Hey there everybody, it is Chuck with MTG's A Journey and Rogue Deckbuilder.com doing my Rogue Cube draft picks. I'm going to go ahead and start with my first draft pick and work down with my 5 supporting picks. I kind of want to give a little bit of introduction as to where I'm coming from on my first card here. I did want to try out this card, as I thought it would be a lot of fun, but I'm tending to shy away from that actually, because it's going to be a little bit clunky, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem it is one of my favorite cards, but I think I'm going to go a different direction here, and I'm going to do this instead, because this is one of my all-time favorite cards. I actually built a deck around this guy back in the day, and it was a blast to play. Werewolves are pretty much what got me into Magic in the first place. So I think I'm gonna stick with this as my overall draft pick, and I will move on to my supporting cards and to why I am picking them. But yeah, the Mayor is one of my favorite werewolves, and because he on the flip side here turns into the Howlpack Alpha, and he boosts werewolf and wolf creatures other than just humans, and at the beginning of your end step you can put a 2/2 green wolf creature on the battlefield, which is also going to get pumped by him. So that is one of the main reasons why I picked Mayor, because of his synergy with himself even, and you can not cast anything on your turn, and on the following turn it's going to flip, so it takes care of its own and fulfills its own obligation there, or trigger if you will. So that brings us to our first support spell here. I picked Wolfy Revenger because it is awesome. 3/3 for 3. Fantastic in and of itself, but this guy has flash and regenerate as well, and happens to be a wolf. So I love this guy because you can have your Howlpack, or you can have your Mayor flip, because you don't cast any spells last turn, keep up your mana, it'll flip over your werewolf and werewolf creatures, or werewolf and wolf creatures that you have, get +1/+1, and you flash this guy in next turn and he's already a 4/4. So he fantastically fulfills Howlpack Alpha and gets a boost from him. So that happens, and then if they don't cast 2 spells on their turn, you already have a 3/3, a 4/4, and a 2/2 on the field at your next turn. So this can get out of hand super quick, which brings us to our next support spell here, the Briarpack Alpha. It is another wolf and does have flash again, and when it enters the battlefield, another target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So we can either make our Wolfy Revenger a 6/6, we can make our Mayor a 4/4, or our Howlpack Alpha a 4/4, we can make our token a 4/4, or we can just make the Briarpack Alpha a 4/4, or a 5/5, I'm sorry. But yeah, tons of synergy there with the Mayor again, as we can hold back our turn if they do cast 2 creatures the next turn, or 2 spells, or whatever the case may be, 2 instants, 2 sorceries, and they manage to get him flipped back. I can just not play another creature again and flash in my Briarpack Alpha, which again reflips him and boosts all my stuff. So there we have some more synergy. So we have a turn 2 play, a turn 3 play, and a turn 4 play at this point. And here is our next pick, which was a staple in any of my werewolf wolf decks I ran. Emmerwolf has Intimidate, so perfect. Other wolf and werewolf creatures you control get +1, another boost to all of our stuff, plus any non-human werewolves we control can't transform. So once that bad boy is flipped, he's staying flipped, which is fantastic again for us. So with these just right here, we have fantastic synergy with everything we've got going on here. This was one of my favorite combinations of all time was to throw this out there, which this next card will not surprise you at all, and here it is. Moon Mist, which basically sets us up for just a fantastic alpha strike. We're just going to swing it with everything. Who cares if our mayor's transformed or not, because as soon as we cast this guy, it's going to transform him. We don't have to worry about it. All of our wolves are going to get pumped. If they don't have an answer for it, they can't cast a couple of spells. At the end of our end step, we're going to put a 2/2 green wolf creature on the battlefield, which is actually going to be a 3/3 wolf onto the battlefield. He's also going to get pumped by Emerwolf. So we have a lot of synergy there. So we have a potential to have just a huge alpha strike with this. And if they decide that they're going to block with everything, well, our creatures aren't going to take any damage from it. So it's just a huge bonus for us. And then, of course, the best supporting card that I could possibly put in here, the Huntmaster of the Fells, Ravager of the Fells. This guy is one of my favorite cards ever. I love it. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Huntmaster of the Fells, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. This is awesome. Beginning of this upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform it. Fantastic. We got Trample on the other guy, who's a 4/4, 5/5, 6/6, depending on what's on the field. Whenever this creature transformed into Ravager of the Fells, it deals 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage to up to 1 target creature that player controls. So this is fantastic. Like, you want this guy to flip. You want this guy to flip back and forth between these. So, and if not, you're fine with him staying as the Ravager of the Fells because he's huge. But I mean, if you can get him to flip back, it's even better. So it doesn't really matter, because if you can get him to flip, I mean, it's just great. I mean, there's just tons of synergy here. Your Emerwolf prevents him from flipping back, but that's fine, because if your Emerwolf is going to be the first thing that you block with if you want him to flip back, because you want your opponent to cast more spells so you can get him to flip back, because you get more tokens on the field with it that way. So this is just a fantastic, fun combo. Probably the most fun 6 cards that I could probably put together, I think. So yeah, there you have it. That's my picks. Feel free to comment, to say what you think might have gone better in here. But these were some of my favorite cards to play with, and these are cards that got me into playing Magic, and that's why, because I think they're just the most fun ones that I could think up to build around and to add to this cube. So it would be interesting to see what happens here. So yeah, this has been Chuck with MTG The Journey and Rogue Deckbuilder.com, and I hope you enjoyed the video.